today's learning objective is to know about the basic fundamentals of physical, organic as well as inorganic chemistry. So I will be presenting my screen. In the meantime, I will be using the chat box for taking up further part like that for our discussion. So please participate interactively. So if you are a participant, is when we are talking of important question, we should know which area, what is the marks components. So can I know which is the maximum component in the +2 chemistry? What is the maximum component of chemistry in the +2 chemistry exam? Can I know which is the maximum? Yeah, absolutely right. Organic. So organic is the component which is very, very important for us. So let us move. Now I am straightforward moving to the question. Question will come straightforward. We will try to find out and figure out what are the answers for these questions. I want your quick answer. Please wait a while giving the answer. So some people will be more like they are proactive in giving the answer. Before that, I'll ask the question as that this is only you should write the answer. Right. So I want to know the formula of benzoyl chloride. I want to know the formula of benzoyl chloride. If you know the formula of benzoyl chloride, do write in the chat box. You can unmute yourself and speak also. Both way you can do, but so if you are unmuting, so it will be difficult. Everyone is speaking, so it will be not okay. So that we use chat box, right? Very nice. Already I got the answer. C6H5COCl. Finished. It is C6H5COCl. CO is missing, so please take care of. Benzoyl means these are derivatives of benzoic acid. We have to keep in mind benzoic acid formula is C6H5COOH. Therefore, we are removing OH with Cl. This way you can remember. Benzoyl chloride, hydrogen in presence of platinum, barium sulfate, sulfur, quinoline. I want to know the next question. That here sulfur act as dash. Sulfur act as dash. Sulfur. Platinum is a catalyst, we know, but what about sulfur? Sulfur, what is the role? That is my question. My role here is to ask you the sulfur, what is the role of sulfur? No, it's not only impurity, something else. Catalyst is there? Yeah, Amisha is right. So sulfur is acting as a poison for that catalyst, right? So this we should know. So now, after going through this question, you come to know which name reaction it is. Which name reaction it is. Can I get the response in the chat box? It is Rosenmund reaction. It is Rosenmund reaction. Absolutely right. So now the next question is already Rahman has written, but I want to know from everyone. Benzoyl chloride, any acid chloride, when reacts with platinum, hydrogen, barium sulfate, we will be getting aldehydes. Okay. So because benzoyl chloride is having 7 carbon with the aromatic area. So C6, what will be the formula? What will be the formula of benzoyl chloride dash and dash? What will be the product? Gives dash. The question is, Rosenmund reaction is right. What is the product? What is the product? Gives what? What it will give? Already I think Arman has written the answer, but still I want one more answer you can give, that's better. It is benzaldehyde. It is benzaldehyde, right? So now let us talk of the next part, next question. So you can see the question on your screen that is related to kinetics. Kinetics, the rate of reaction. Rate of reaction becomes 8 times when concentration of reactant A and B increase by 2 times. A becomes 2 times, B becomes 2 times. What would be experimental determined order of the reaction? We need to use brain here, I think. So, what would be the order? Order would be 3. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. So, I can modify this question also. I can modify. I want to know. I'm not writing here the question now. I'm just asking you verbally. I'm asking you verbally if I will add here. If you increase the concentration of A, rate becomes doubled. And if you increase the concentration of B, the rate becomes 4 times. So then what is the order of A and B? I would like to repeat the question. If I am increasing the rate of reaction to double, the rate becomes double, B remains constant, and in the second test, A remains constant and B concentration is doubled and rate becomes 4 times. Then what is the order with respect to A and B? So already students had written the answer. Order A with respect to A is 1, with respect to B is 2. So we need to know these numericals if you are not clear. So please do aware of practice these type of numericals. Right. Next question to you is, that is from inorganic chemistry. Two complexes. Please don't write the answer. I will ask the question. Accordingly, you have to give the answer. Inner orbital complex tends to show dash spin. I want to know from you is, I am having two complexes where hybridization is sp3d2 and d2sp3. Hybridization is sp3d2 and d2sp3. My question to you is, which is inner orbital complex, sp3d2 or d2sp3? This is my question. My question to you is, the hybridization is sp3d2 and d2sp3, which is inner orbital complex. So J, it is not sp3d2, it is d2sp3. So the meaning here is, when you are using d orbital, which d orbitals are used? Whether 3d are used or 4d are used. When you talk of sp3d2, then 4d is used. When you talk of d2sp3, then 3d orbitals are used. That's why we say inner orbital. 3d and 4s. This is the thing. So that's why we are saying d2sp3. Right. So now, whenever d2 inner orbital complex will be there, now the next question is whether it will show low spin or high spin. Next question is, inner orbital complex, which is d2sp3, whether it will show low spin or high spin. You can write your answer. I am waiting for more responses. Jimmy is low spin. Arman is telling high. If I get more response, that will be great. I am waiting for your response. Low. It should be low. Inner orbital complex should be low. Why? Because the pairing is taking place. Pairing of electrons. Unpaired electrons will decrease. So if unpaired electrons will decrease, then d electrons which are not paired, that is unpaired electrons, will decrease. So the magnetic moment that is under the root n into n plus 2, the spin magnetic moment will decrease. Okay. So now, this is clear already. Inner I have asked, so outer is clear. So let us move to the next question. Very important question, belongs to organic chemistry. I will not ask question yet. So please wait. I am asking you, what is the formula of formic acid? What is the formula of formic acid? So if anyone can tell you, formula of formic acid. Yes, HCOOH, formic acid. So similarly, formula of acetic acid is, absolutely we are aware, CH3COOH, right? So if formula of formic acid is HCOOH, then if you are reacting with calcium oxide is acid or base? Calcium oxide is acid or base? Can I get the answer? It's base. And formic acid obviously is acid. Base plus acid gives dash. Base plus acid gives dash. What is that? Salt. Which salt? If I take formic acid and calcium oxide, what type of salt I will be getting? Which type of salt I will be getting? If I add calcium oxide with formic acid, which type of salt I will get? What would be the name? And what would be the formula? If anyone can on the microphone, that would be great. What would be the formula? And what would be the formula and the name. Calcium oxide plus formic acid. I'm waiting for your response. You have written? Oh, sorry. Calcium formate. HCOO twice calcium. It's there in your chat box. Calcium formate. So now, if you question, let us come back to the question. Calcium formate on dry distillation give the product which when react with sodium hydroxide gives dash. We can wait. We can first of all check after heating calcium formate what we are going to get. After heating calcium formate, what we are going to get? HCOO twice calcium. If you heat calcium carbonate will be out. What would be the product? Calcium carbonate is byproduct. What would be the product? Can I get the answer in the chat box? If you heat calcium formate, what would be the product? Then only we can do the next question. What would be the answer? If you heat calcium formate if you heat, and what would be the product? Yes, absolutely right. That is formaldehyde. That is formaldehyde. Formaldehyde. See, dear students, this question is containing two more important questions. Now read the question. Now formaldehyde reacts with sodium hydroxide concentrated, gives a dash along with sodium formate. My question to you is, which is that reaction? When formaldehyde reacts with concentrated NaOH, what is the reaction name, which is an organic name reaction? Yes, it is Cannizzaro reaction. So this question was having two questions. One was dry distillation of calcium salt. Second question is Cannizzaro reaction. Okay. So now here we know formaldehyde two molecules when you take, one will undergo oxidation, another will undergo reduction. And you know sodium formate is acid, so it undergo oxidation already. Oxidated product is sodium formate. And what would be the reductive product? What would be the reductive product? After formaldehyde reduction gives what? Already one answer I have got. Others also I told you actively you participate, then only you will get more. So the byproduct will be, the product it will be alcohol. So because it is having one carbon, therefore it is methanol. And methanol formula, please don't write CH2OH, CH3OH, right? So let us move to the next question. If it is clear to you, this question was containing two questions. It was dry distillation of calcium salt along with that Cannizzaro reaction. So combination of the two reactions. It was a fill in the blanket. Now let us take up this question, which still belongs to organic chemistry, basic character of mean, very important topic of organic chemistry of chapter carbon nitrogen containing compounds. Which of the following is most basic? So fundamental here, my question to you is, out of 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree amines in aqueous solution, please statement you should be very clear. 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree amine in aqueous solution, which is most basic? Which is most basic? It's 2 degree. It is 2 degree which is most basic. Right. So then, if you are talking of, now next question to you is aliphatic or aromatic, which is more basic? Aliphatic and aromatic, which is most basic? Can I get your response in the chat box? Aliphatic, more basic. Now see the question very clearly. First is 1 degree amine, A part. B is amide. B is amide. C is aromatic amines, and D is 3 degree amine. Which will be the most basic? What would be your answer here? A. Absolutely it would be A. But if I will say you, if 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree amine in gaseous phase, then what is your answer? If I ask you the question, in the gas phase, specifically if I have written earlier, I have written aqueous phase. So gas phase it will be 3 degree. Now my next question to you is, in a gas phase 3 degree, why? Why? Gas phase for solution factor not there. Solution factor means hydration. The energy released when a substance is dissolved in water is known as hydration. Solvation. That solvation is factor not. Right? So 3 factors play important role. Plus a factor, solvation, that is hydrogen bond, right? And the lattice energy. What is the lattice energy for that? 3 factor plays important role. Okay. And now steric hindrance. What steric hindrance instead of steric hindrance? Next question. You can see this is a question from the electrochemistry. Very very important topic. My question to you is here. Please do this manage Cr2O72 negative. Okay, so if you can write here Cr2O72 negative. What is the oxidation number of chromium in Cr2O72 negative? My question to you is what is the oxidation number of chromium in Cr2O7? Cr2O7 minus 40. Is it to be 2? No. 2 with no 1 with 2. 2x plus 7 into minus 2 is equal to minus 2. This way we have to calculate. It would be plus 6. Plus 6. Now, plus 6 change to plus 3. What is the change in oxidation number? It is plus 3. Now, the question asked here is charge required for the reduction of 1 mole of chromium ions. 1 mole. So, whether it would be 3F or 6F, what is your answer? Now, what would be your answer? Whether the charge required Q is equal to NF. Normally, as per Faraday's law, Q is equal to NF. And the question here is, what would be the charge required? Whether we require 6F or 3F. That is my question. You can write in the chat box, please. 1 mole we need to reduce. 1 mole of Cr2O72 negative to ion Cr3 plus. It would be 3F or 6F. I'm just responding your responses. That's why I'm waiting. Already answers there. But I want to check whether 6F is correct or not. It would be 6F. Why? Because if I'm talking of 1 mole, 1 mole of Cr2O72 reactive, it gives rise to 2 moles of chromium 3 plus. So therefore, total electrons required is 6, not 3. That's why we need to see that it is 6F, not 3F. So these things we need to be very clear when we are in the spirit of getting 100 marks. Next question to you is, this is in inorganic chemistry question. Magnetic moment of a transition series, that is a 3D series, is 6.92. I want to know from you is, what is the magnetic moment formula? What is the formula for the magnetic moment? What is the formula? Then only we can solve this question. Or anyone can speak. So time can be saved. Yeah. Mu is equal to under the root n into n plus 2. N into n plus 2 under the root. Okay, not 1. Right? Please be careful. Now, if you find there what would be the n value, we can calculate from this. And from n value, you can select an electronic configuration which the answer is given. Hopefully this is clear to you. Yes or no? Please tell me. What would be the n value, approximately n value coming? What would be approximate n value if you can calculate? That would be great. So we can find out the electronic configuration also in this map. Okay. Or one option is there, like whatever the answers will be given to you in the competition as well. These questions are coming. So whenever answers are coming, you just fill the value of n and find out. This way answer is the possible. Want to, yeah. So right. Okay. Let us go ahead. Now, this question is there with us. Rate constant. This question belongs to physical chemistry. Rate constant of reaction is 175 liters square mole minus 2 per second. What is the order? So here the concept here is that we need to know that what is the units. From the units we are finding the k value, order, sorry, for order, from the units of k. So you know the formula. I need to know what is the general formula of finding the k units. General formula. Because if we know the general, these questions we can solve very easily. Not a problem. We need to know the formula how to find the k units. What would be that? Can anyone tell? Can unmute yourself and tell? That would be nice. Because it's sometimes it is difficult in writing. Raised to the power and the. Can anyone unmute yourself and speak? It is order k units is equal to concentration which is moles per liter raised to the power 1 minus n s minus. So please do write also if you don't know. Rate constant is equal to k, units of k means moles per liter bracket in the bracket raised to the power 1 minus n per second. If you substitute n is equal to 1 there, if you substituted n is equal to 1 there, it will be per second. And if you substituted n is equal to 2, then it will be liter per mole per second. If you substitute n is equal to 3, you will get the same unit which is shown in on the screen. Please see. Check. Whether the units are same, third order will be the answer. So this way we have to find out the unit order, the units of k. Formula we need to remember. And if there are gases there, so you need to change moles per liter with atmosphere. Atmosphere raised to the power 1 minus n per second. This way. Got it? Shall we move to the next question now? This is the question which is little bit it is. I want to just try to increase the size. Fine. So you can see here. Yes, we will take lines and going to view. Okay. So here this is a matching question basically. One side energy barrier there, second side Clemens reduction there, third side Dunsberg region there, fourth side Arrhenius. Now you just see the energy barrier is related with what? Energy barrier cannot be related with activation energy, which is C. Energy barrier cannot be related with activation energy. Energy barrier should be related with activated complex, because when the reactant goes to product, it reaches certain maximum energy level. There, that is known as transition complex formation takes place there. So transition that the reactants should cross that energy barrier. They should possess certain amount of energy that is known as activation energy, because they must be having some energy, that is energy of reactant. Excess energy but is required to cross the energy barrier, that is called activation energy. So they need to cross. So it means energy barrier is related with activated complex, not activation energy. So this should be very clear. And Arrhenius equation, which is equal to K is equal to A e raised to minus EA by RT, or log of K2 by K1 is equal to EA by 2.303 R bracket 1 by T1 minus 1 by 2 T2, that is activation energy, which is related with our activation energy Arrhenius equation. So EA, activation energy, Arrhenius equation related, energy barrier related with activated complex. This was the errors which we found. Now next question to you is, Clemmensen reduction converts dash to dash. Can I get the answer? Clemmensen reduction convert dash to dash. Reactant to products I need to know. What is the area here? Reactant to product. Which reactant to which product? Any general you need to know. Any homologous series you can have. like this series to this. Aldehyde or ketone to alkane? Absolutely right answer. So can I get the any similar type of reaction which converts aldehyde to alkane? Any another similar type of reaction which converts aldehyde to alkane? There are two reactions. Or aldehyde, these are two reactions. One is already there. Second is Wolff-Kishner. Wolff-Kishner also the same reaction. Now my next question to you is, that is still from organic chemistry. I want to convert carboxylic acid to alkane. What is the answer? Carboxylic acid to alkane. Then your concept is clear. Carboxylic acid to alkane. Carboxylic acid to alkane. Add NaOH then soda lime. Can do, but that will decrease carbon. I have not told you to decrease carbon. No, Misha, this is not the right answer. We want to convert carbon should be same. Acid to alkane. Acid, carboxylic acid to alkane. No carbon change. I don't want to decrease the carbon or increase the carbon. What would be the reaction used? Yeah, try. Take your time. Take the time, no problem. Anyone can speak. Galway electrolysis. Yes, this is one of the reaction which can be used. Anything, any question other than that? Galway electrolysis. Very good. So you have given me one more option. One more. What would be? After Galway can produce alkane, Galway can produce alkene, Galway can produce alkyne. What about the carboxylic acid to alkane? What is the reagent used? Actually, it's not name reaction, it's reagent. Very important reaction. Very important means we should know. For convergence, it is used. So I will stop. I will not like to waste much time. So this is red phosphorus H. Red phosphorus H. So whenever you want to convert to alkane, this is the best reagent we need to use, red phosphorus and H. Okay, fine. So now my next question to you is this question. Lineal cell is there, zinc to zinc 2 plus and salt bridge copper 2 plus to copper. My question to you is, what does this two line represent? This two line in the center. Here, you can make two lines, that will be more better. They are not visible. Yes. Now check. Now it's visible. Salt bridge. Function of salt bridge. Let us move to the function of salt bridge. To maintain the electrical neutrality, to prevent the solution to move. Okay, you can do that. Now, my question to you is, E naught cell is 1.1 volt. Okay. Now, if I say E naught cell is negative, whether reactions are feasible? E naught cell is negative, whether reactions are feasible? No. Right? What is the formula which relates Gibbs free energy change with equilibrium constant? What is the formula which relates Gibbs free energy change with equilibrium constant? Can anyone tell? Delta G minus NF E naught cell. Yes. And then further one more formula we have to write. Delta G naught is equal to minus E naught cell is positive. Then what will be the flow? So electron lost is at a node. So this is the first answer. Now the application of opposite potential greater than 1.1 volt results from the flow of electron from. So now the next question is, if we are opposing means 1 minus 1.1 V, we are giving energy. We are giving energy. But what I want to say, these both statements are right. But one statement that is not the reason for that. That's not the reason. Okay. So this assertion reason based questions there. Both statements are right, but assertion and reason they are not complementary to each other. They are not giving the correct idea for that. Now last question here. This is acidity of alcohols. So what would be the acidity of alcohol? Whether 1 degree alcohols are more acidic or 3 degree alcohol are most acidic. Which is most acidic? Alcohols 1 or 3. This is the first question. Assertion is right or not? That is the first question. 1 degree is most acidic. That's right. Now the question is reason plus I effect of additional alkyl group favors the cleavage of OH bond. Whether plus I effect is breaking OH bond easily. Is this right? Whether plus I effect breaking that assertion is true, but reason is okay. Happy Makar Sankranti Jine. So thank you very much for your patience hearing. I enjoyed whatever I got. So we will take two more sessions to take up two more questions. So thank you to everyone for being here, giving your time. Thank you. Thank you very much. You may get the recording.